Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing our look at the entire first wave of the Metatravelers Legendari figures with Cyberius Kane. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valiverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. Alrighty, here is a closer look at Cyberius Kane in the package here. And we have seen the shield before, just in a different colorway, when we took a look at the Forged Weapons pack. But there are some other things about this figure that I'm excited about, namely this belt, this upper like armor cloth looking piece here. It's not really cloth, it's sculpted, but it looks really cool. Or it might be sculpted. I mean, it may be soft goods. I can't really tell. We'll find out in a minute. And then we've got this gauntlet. But one of the things that I'm really excited about for this figure is the fact that he's got this muted color pattern palette that we have not seen before. Most of the figures we've been looking at so far have been very bright and vibrant in their colors, and this is something new and different. It's got a helmeted head. Lots of cool stuff to look at here. Nice artwork there on the side, here on the back, list of everything he comes with, and then a little write-up. If you want to pause that and give it a read, you can. Just know that he used to be a peaceful guy whose wife was killed in an attack by the Spyte, so now he's turned into sort of like this hunter of the Spyte along with his daughter. It's a pretty cool story. So let's get this guy opened up and take a closer look at everything he comes with. All right, going over the accessories here, we do have the little chest plug to cover up the fact if you want to remove his armor and just go without it. You've got this little plug to cover up that hole. He does come with this really nice shield in a different colorway than we saw in the Forged Weapons pack. Looks really nice. Of course, you've got that shield clip that you can, put on either side depending on which hand you want to give this to for the character. That looks really nice. And then, of course, the same complement of hands that we normally get. We get two open or relaxed palm hands. We get two kind of reaching out, grasping, gripping hands, which is really nice. And then two weapon holding hands on vertical hinges. And he's got two punchies on him in the package. But taking a closer look at this guy, the first thing that I want to mention here is that this is a sculpted piece. And it's actually in a couple of layers. So you've got this piece here, and it's this nice kind of like fleece material on the inside and like this faux leather on the outside. It's got some nice weathering. We've got some do we have some wire in there? Yep, we got some wire in there, and it's kind of got some distress marks. But one of the things I wanted to call out about this is, stand this guy here, you can see how we've got this brown and gray and leather color, but on the back of the package it clearly used to be green. And either there was like a green light kind of like cast on this photo, because you can see like even in the front it looks more green and the helmet looks more green, but here it's really like even these two are different colors. So I'm thinking maybe this may just be the lighting affecting this photograph, but that used to be green at one point. So some revisions have been made, but I am liking this figure. I like any character with a helmet, because it makes him mysterious. It's like, what's he look like underneath there? But I dig that. That helmet's got some nice kind of like Optimus Prime ears going on here. It's kind of hard to see. I'll zoom in a little bit. They're red eyes. Looks really nice. I am digging this helmet a lot. That is really cool. You do have kind of like this offset, like, I don't know what you want to call it, piece of armor around his neck and back, and that has the soft goods on it. I don't know if they're made together. We'll see here. We're going to unplug it, and maybe those are, yep, those are definitely separate pieces, so you can have one without the other. If you wanted to remove this, you certainly could. Put that, you know, you could put the little plug in the chest. That's what that's for. Plug up that hole, and then you can kind of move this around a little bit. We do get some armor bits. I'm loving the shoulder pauldron on this guy. If you guys can't tell, this figure is probably my favorite in the line so far. You can see where it connects to the back right there, which is really cool. So you can raise it up higher or lower, whichever one you want. It's not going to be swappable. You're not going to be able to put it on the other arm, but this is designed to drape over this shoulder anyway. We do have, how is this connected? Oh, okay. So on that glove, is that, oh, okay, that's really cool. I was wondering how they were going to do this. Was this the only hand? So we do have this new claw piece, and so it does look like all the right hands. So like at least that open gripping hand has the little slot in there. Yep. And the relaxed palm and the grasping palm all have like a little opening on the back of the hand to allow for this blade and like this four. So it's not like Wolverine. It's got 4 claws. And it's got a nice paint job. The gradient on there is really nice. I was wondering how they were going to do that. And it looks like this piece here is actually a separate piece as well. So that's really neat. So if you wanted to put this entire sort of like gauntlet right here on another character, you certainly could. I really like the skin tones, this light green, like this mossy green, and dark gray for the scales. And then we've got this piece here, this belt, which is a secondary piece. Not a lot of paint on it. There's a little bit of dry brushing on it, and then like 2 hits of silver there and there, but I would have liked maybe this clasp maybe in gold. I think would have been nice. A little extra dry brushing on the ropes right there to make it stand out a little bit. And then that silver in the center looks really nice as well. And then you've got the gold leg armor, which does come off and is removable, and now you can put that on other characters. Like I've said before, I can't wait to have this whole entire wave opened up, laying in front of me, and we just pull everything apart and we just really see like what we can build and make with this guy. I definitely hope we get some different heads in the future that's maybe this skin tone to where we can pop on and have like this particular character without the helmet. But if this is the first time watching one of my reviews of a legendary figure, welcome. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. But I will go over the articulation. If this is the first legendary review you're looking at, because of the way the head is sculpted with this helmet, like they could have removed this bottom piece right here to allow for a little more upwards look. As it is, that's as far up as he can goes. That's as far down as he can go. And then not a lot of tilt, but you can rotate. Let's see here. With this shoulder armor on, we can still go out and hit that T-pose, no problem. You kind of get it out of the way. You can still get the arm, even with that pauldron, to go all the way 360. Of course, no upper bicep swivel. You do have a hinge and swivel at the elbow, and then depending on which hands you have on, you have a hinge and a horizontal or a vertical hinge at the wrist. No break in the torso. It's all one piece, so you're only getting that right there, and then single joints everywhere. And again, if this is your first time, I'm still going to say this until I know it to be sure, you know, until I talk to the guys who created this line and ask them and maybe get their official take. But I think the reason that we only have single joints on the knees and the arms is because the whole idea of these things being popping and swapping compatible, that the double joints would have made that a little harder to do. Because they want you to be able to take this part of the arm off of this part of the arm and this part of the leg off of this part of the leg. So I think that's why. Until I hear otherwise, that's what I'm going to assume. Leg can go forward all the way that way, can go out to the side about that far, can go back about that far. You do have a little bit of rotation there. You do have a thigh cut, which sometimes these are really stiff, but this one is not. So you can see how far you can take it there. So, and then you've got a single joint there at the knee, and then swivel at the knee. Yeah, once you take the armor off, it sometimes it wants to pop off a little bit. Hinge, and then swivel for the feet, and that is this guy. So let's see, a few size comparisons. I've already kind of gone through an extensive list of size comparisons, but I'll bring out a few figures to show you how this guy stacks up. So these guys are definitely in that 7-inch scale, but here's a Kuma from Jada Street Fighter, which is more in that 6-inch scale. Cosmic Legions figures here in that 7-inch scale. Here is a Mythic Legions figure in that 6-inch scale. And then over here, let's bring in a AWOC, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Moshi Zero. You can see here how they kind of all scale together. And I've said it before, but these two toy lines are very compatible. The toys kind of feel like the same quality of plastic and the same, not the same articulation, but the same feel to the articulation. The joints, the movement kind of feels how smooth they are or crunchy they are is kind of, it feels like an AWOC figure. And I think they kind of occupy that same space in that they look great on your shelf with some really cool shelf presence if you are an adult collector, but also if you wanted to give this to like an, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old to play with, they can play with it, enjoy it, have fun, and it doesn't feel like they're going to break. So that's why I say I think these two toy lines are very compatible. But yeah, let's get this guy up on the spinning base and give our final thoughts. Yeah, there's a lot to like about this figure. For me, I love the color palette. I love the muted colors. I love the leather-like soft goods. And the fact that he comes with a claw and a shield means he's a close quarters combat fighter. Like, he's taken the fight to the Spyte, which, hey, that's a great tagline I just came up with. Somebody owes me some money. But he's not long range sniping or, even rifle fire. Like, this guy is getting in close, and he has taken the Spyte out, very close quarters with this claw. I like it. I think it'd have been really cool if he'd also come with like, sort of like maybe a large knife, like a handheld blade of some sort, not necessarily like a sword, but maybe like a short sword or a big dagger. I think that would fit his fighting style as well. I'm liking the colors here. I love the parts reuse. This is a smart color swap from the other figures and very different from what we have seen in the line so far, specifically in the order that I happen to be going in, which is no particular order, by the way. I'm literally just reaching over, seeing which figure jumps out at me on that particular Monday, and I grab it from the wave. That's how we're doing it. It's really no particular order. This guy is great. I love the hunter/bounty hunter look. I love the helmet, the mysterious nature of it, the kind of Western vibe. I'm getting a very, like, this guy is like cosplaying as the Mando, as the Mandalorian in the Metatravelers Legendari universe, and I'm here for it. This guy looks great. But as always, I want to know what you think of this guy, so let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to check out our podcast called Across the Toyverse. Comes out every 2 weeks wherever you download your podcast, and be sure to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.